Tonight, it's here. The trial for Lori Vallow Daybell begins in Boise. We'll be bringing you comprehensive coverage from start to finish from our full Idaho News 6 team with the support of our partners at Scripps News, Court TV, and East Idaho News. Tonight, our anchors and reporters in the field will bring you the latest updates as they develop throughout the day from morning to evening on air, online, and on social.
I'm Karen Lair at the Ada County Courthouse. Coming up next on Idaho News 6, we take you to day one of jury selection for the trial of Lori Vallow Daybell. We'll focus on why some jurors were dismissed very quickly today and what we've learned about evidence expected to be introduced.
I'm Christina Bautista. I've been at the Ada County Courthouse all morning as potential jurors started rolling in.
And I spoke with locals in Madison County about the start of the trial and the impact that it's had on Rexburg.
This is Idaho News 6 with Karen Lair, Don Nelson, and Roland Veras.
It's been more than 3 years in the making, and today the trial of Lori Vallow Daybell gets underway in Ada County. We've been covering this complicated case out of eastern Idaho since late 2019, and now officials on the case working to select the jury. Anchor Karen Lair kicks off our team coverage and joins us live from downtown Boise with the takeaways from day one.
Well, Don, selecting a jury for a trial of this magnitude is no easy feat. I mean, this case has been in the national spotlight for several years now, and it's a mother on trial accused of killing her children. Now, the jury selection process is expected to take at least several days, and the end result is going to be 18 Ada County residents, 12 jurors, and 6 alternates who swear they can be fair and impartial. Inside the Ada County Courthouse, no cameras allowed as jury selection gets underway for the trial of Lori Vallow Daybell. Only portions of the process shared through a live video feed in a remote viewing area inside the courthouse. Members of the media and the public present as the 3 cameras project views of the judge, the defense, and the prosecution. Vallow Daybell in the courtroom with her attorneys as the first rounds of potential jurors are questioned. Several quickly dismissed after expressing concerns of undue hardship, serving on a case that could take up to 8 weeks. Of note, a line of questioning asking if jurors would be able to convict for murder if they weren't offered a definitive cause of death. No indication at this point which of the 3 deceased victims that may apply to once evidence is introduced. Another focus narrowing in on jurors with children. Lori's attorney, Jim Archibald, asking some upfront, would you like to go home? Judge Stephen Boyce overruling at least 2 challenges for dismissal from the defense. Ultimately, none were excused solely because they are parents. One mother with young kids expressing concern, saying she'd never heard of this case prior to her jury summons and didn't know it involved kids. Lawyers warning there may be emotionally charged evidence presented in court, including graphic details and autopsy photos some jurors agreed they'd rather not see, but could remain fair and impartial. Now, again, this process for jury selection is expected to take several days, possibly even all of this week. And they actually started last Monday with those jury questionnaires out to an unprecedented 1,800 Ada County residents. Now, of course, the idea is to get down to a pool of 42 individuals that they will then whittle down to those final 18. Don?
Karen, it seems like you almost need a scientific formula to pick a jury, especially in a case like this. And you tweeted about it all day today, certain jury members that were concerned. How long would this trial last? Because I could be here 2 weeks, but not 3.
Yeah, that was the main reason that most people got quickly dismissed today, was for what they call undue hardship, which basically means if I have to come to the courthouse every day for 8 weeks, I'm going to, run into issues mostly with not receiving compensation for missing work through that entire time for 2 months straight. Don?
All right, thanks, Karen. Karen Lair reporting live from the Ada County Courthouse. Team coverage tonight with reporter Christina Bautista, also at the Ada County Courthouse as things kicked off this morning.
It's the first day of trial for the Lori Vallow Daybell case. I have been at the Ada County Courthouse all morning, where I have seen potential jurors as well as those interested in the case rolling in to see proceedings. There hasn't been huge crowds to go into the courthouse as many might have expected with such a high-profile case.
Written questionnaires are a bit unusual, and certainly 1,800 prospective jurors is outrageously unusual.
Local attorney David Leroy and former Idaho Attorney General spoke to the Idaho News 6 team regarding jury selection. Due to the magnitude of attention from the public, an unorthodox process pulling a massive number of potential jurors ahead of formal questioning. He expects jury selection to take several days.
Never been done in the history of Idaho jurisprudence previously.
As far as J.J. Vallow's grandparents, a judge is ruling on whether or not they will be able to sit in the courtroom during their grandson's murder trial, since they may be called to testify, which they had been planning on for several years. During an interview with ABC in 2020, the grandparents shared their heartbreak when authorities discovered the bodies.
It's like the world just stopped.
Just like it stopped.
It's like,
yeah. And it was a hard day for us, very hard day.
We'll continue to follow this trial for several weeks. Christina Bautista, Idaho News 6.
Meanwhile, many residents in eastern Idaho never expecting any of this. Our Isaiah Sharp continues our team coverage tonight, speaking with the Rexburg residents, reacting as their small community is thrust into the national spotlight.
As one of the biggest murder cases out of Madison County gets underway, Rexburg locals are reflecting on the national attention the trial has garnered.
It's pretty odd because I think even within Idaho, we don't get a whole lot of attention. You know, there's not much crime that happens here.
I remember the first time I saw like FBI cars and like a lot of squad cars out here, I was so confused. I was like, what is the FBI doing in Rexburg?
After years of waiting, the trial of Lori Vallow Daybell is now selecting its jury, and members of Rexburg are glad the long-awaited court case is finally underway.
It actually is like kind of a relief, like, whew, yeah, like we're finally here, things are finally getting going. So I think it's good. It's a step in the right direction. I'm just excited to see how we're going to go from here.
But the trial is still a shock to the rural Idaho community.
Honestly, it's crazy. If anybody knows anything about Rexburg, it's a very quiet town. It is a college town, but it's very quiet. Not much happens here.
And the murder case that has gained the attention of the nation is still an unusual feeling for Rexburg residents.
It's one of those surreal things where it's like you hear about things that happen in other places and it feels so distant because it's like, oh, okay. But then like when it's happening right in a place that you're familiar with and you're familiar with the people, it really does catch you off guard because it's like, oh wait, I know that place. Or like they'll show images of Rexburg and it's like, oh, I've lived in that apartment like complex before. It's just really, it's weird.
Reporting in Madison County, I'm Isaiah Sharp, Idaho News 6.
This is a developing story, and you can always find the latest right here on Idaho News 6 on your phone and online at idahonews6.com and the Idaho News 6 app, available in your favorite app store. If you'd like more information, just scan the code on your screen. Day 10 of the Lori Vallow Daybell murder trial took a turn away from technical testimony about cell phone towers to emotional testimony from Lori's sister. Anchor Roland Barris joins us from the Ada County Courthouse with more.
Don, I talked with Rex Connor, Lori's uncle, who told me that he expected Lori's sister to testify yesterday, and they were frustrated that she was unable to. But today she got her chance, and it was shocking in court. The highly anticipated testimony from Lori Vallow's sister, Summer Shiflett, finally got underway, with the state playing a hysterical and accusatory phone call between Summer and Lori, who was in jail. Her testimony was expected the day before, but was put off while prosecution pursued technical testimony from the FBI about cell phone coverage, which continued for much of the morning. Lori's uncle talked with us before court proceedings began about what he called a couple of difficult days.
Well, it's tough on her, as it would be on anyone. I mean, the whole process is tough on anyone in there, and we aren't looking forward to seeing pictures they said we're going to see today, so that'll be tough on everyone. So we're looking for a tough day. I've seen the autopsies, and I don't need to see them again. So during the testimony today, I don't think I'm staying in court because it doesn't do anything. But just, yeah, it makes you, it's depressing. It's severely depressing. And so I doubt if I'll stay in court for that.
In previous statements, Summer had defended Lori, saying her behavior was manipulated. But in the phone call played between Lori in jail and Summer after JJ and Tylee's bodies were found, Summer screams at her sister. She says she felt lied to and that her trust in her sister was broken when the children's bodies were found.
I don't understand. I want to believe the best in you. I really do. I love you with all my heart. It kills me. But they were just little kids. I don't understand. Yeah, You know me, Summer. That's what I thought.
All right, we are joined by Chanley Painter from Court TV with analysis and an interesting day, maybe one of the most interesting days of the entire trial. The phone call from Lori's sister, just captivating.
It was agonizing to listen to hear her just pleading for some sort of answer. She's upset, she's screaming at her sister. And this is a sister who had defended Lori before this until the remains found on the property, and she's now saying, you threw your children away like garbage in the backyard, and she's not getting any answers. So it's very heart-wrenching for this jury to hear.
It certainly is. And, then when you talk about the children being buried, it's another possibility for evidence, especially DNA evidence, to come forth that could maybe solve this thing, right?
Right. We know some about the forensics in this case, but we're going to learn a lot more. I think today we started to hear about the pickaxe and the shovel found on Chad Daybell's property. We learned in openings that it's Tylee Ryan's DNA on those tools.
Yeah.
What else will we learn about what was found there? Could it be the smoking gun? Could it be the connecting link between the murders and these co-conspirators?
Right, and then in court, things that people don't normally see. You saw Lori actually trying to pass a note, right?
Yes, I did. So today, she cried the most, I think, of any day in court, with her sister on the stand, and then this afternoon having to hear and see the remains of her children. But yes, so she did this afternoon spend a lot of time looking down, writing, avoiding looking at the graphic photos, and she did, through a representative, try to pass whatever letter that was onto her sister, Summer Shiplet. She had been cleared from her subpoena, already testified, but the judge actually wanted to receive it back to avoid any appearance of impropriety between the defendant and a witness in the case.
Running a tight ship in this case. Chanley Painter, thanks for joining us from Court TV. Back to you.
Week 4 continues in the Lori Vallow Daybell trial, and with it today, a delay in court over secretly recorded tapes for the FBI, questions surrounding insurance policies for Tylee and JJ, and for the first time, we're able to bring you audio of testimony in which a key player claims Lori threatened to kill her. Anchor Don Nelson continues to follow the trial at the Ada County Courthouse and joins us now with the latest.
Ian Pawlowski was married to Lori Vallow Daybell's niece. So why would he work with the FBI and not tell her about it? Plus, shocking testimony from one of Lori's former friends. Today's testimony was delayed over the submission of a 50-minute audio clip from a recording made by Ian Pawlowski. Pawlowski is married to Lori's niece, Melanie, who secretly recorded conversations for the FBI in an effort to locate Tylee and JJ. Judge Boyce ended up ruling against the use of the tape, but it was Audrey Battitiero's testimony on Wednesday that may play a big part in the jury's decision when this trial is over. Audrey testified that she became disillusioned and thought Lori's demeanor had changed following a confrontation at Lori's apartment.
And she said to me, "You're so naive and too trusting. You're like a little child. You'll believe anything anyone would tell you." And she said, "You think the world is all unicorns and rainbows. You go around helping people and serving them."
The conversation quickly turned dark when Audrey testified that Lori threatened to kill her.
She said that she would cut me up. And something about that she wasn't in the mental place to do that, but that she would get herself in that place to be able to do it. But that she didn't want to have to because it'd be so messy and there'd be so much blood. And then bleach and something about trash bags. And that she would bury me where no one would ever find me.
The defense was not happy that Ms. Battitiero never testified under oath about this conversation with Lori during the grand jury hearings. She says she was scared to say it earlier.
What was your question?
You want the jury to believe that you just didn't make this last crap up.
I did not make it up.
Larry Woodcock, JJ's grandfather, who has been here every day, reacted to Audrey's testimony.
I think it was the single biggest verbal piece of information that we've had during this trial. I'm anxious to see how the jurors respond to it, but to me personally, It just showed the side of Lori that is not seen to the public and literally probably to the majority of her family.
Taylor Ballard, a health insurance agent, testified about her discussions with Chad about changing his policies because of his new wife, Lori Vallow. Asked if any children needed to be included, Chad said no.
Tonight.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
State of Idaho plaintiff versus Lori Noreen Vallow. Is Lori Noreen Vallow not guilty or guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Tylee Ryan and grand theft by deception? Answer, guilty. Guilty, 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 guilty.
Guilty on all counts. The jury is unanimous in its condemnation of Lori Vallow Daybell in the murder case of her 2 children. We have full coverage of the day's events at the Ada County Courthouse coming up.
This is Idaho News 6 with Karen Lair, Don Nelson, and Roland Veras.
Years of waiting and weeks of trial come down to this. A jury finds Lori Vallow Daybell guilty on all charges. The Idaho mom guilty of conspiracy and first-degree murder in the death of her son, J.J. Vallow, guilty of conspiracy and first-degree murder in the death of her daughter, Tylee Ryan, guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder in the death of her husband, Chad Daybell's ex-wife, Tammy Daybell, and guilty of grand theft for collecting Social Security benefits on behalf of the children she murdered. Inside the courtroom, a somber scene as the judge listed the verdicts. An emotionless Lori, stone-faced, as she learns she'll spend the rest of her life behind bars. Prosecutors and family in the courtroom also containing their reactions. But that would change as JJ's grandparents stepped to the podium for a news conference outside of the courthouse. Team coverage on the ground tonight, anchor Roland Veras and reporter Christina Bautista, capturing that public response at the county courthouse. Let's head first to Roland to hear from the Woodcocks who set this entire search for justice in motion.
Larry and Kay Woodcock were the first to emerge from the Ada County Courthouse after the verdict was read. And in typical form, they had an upbeat response that was tempered really only by the memory of their lost grandkids. Jubilation on the courthouse steps. Larry Woodcock, the grandfather of murdered 6-year-old J.J. Ryan, greeted by J.J.'s favorite song as he and his wife walked to the podium.
J.J., I love you. Papa, wish you were here in other circumstances. Tylee, Papa loves you. Tammy, I never met you. Tammy, you are part of our life.
Even the Woodcocks weren't certain of a guilty verdict on all 6 counts, but they got exactly what they wanted.
I do believe, since it's Mother's Day weekend, the Friday before, and I do believe that the verdicts today are just what I think everything aligned in the universe, and this is what you call poetic justice.
Larry Woodcock cheered the investigative team that worked with the prosecutor as they walked away and thanked them for their service, saying everyone from the jury to the judge and even the defense did a great job.
I hope that y'all appreciate so much the court system, how meticulous the prosecution was. I think everybody will agree it was amazing job by all of them.
It was amazing enough to get a guilty verdict on all counts.
But it was more than just family who gathered to hear the verdict today. Spectators lining up as early as 4 a.m. to ensure they'd have a seat inside the courtroom. Our Christina Bautista has more on the public reaction to a case that captured the attention of a nation.
We have been outside the Ada County Courthouse all afternoon. I was able to speak to those that have been outside the courthouse as well as inside the courtroom as the verdict read guilty to all charges against Lori. That was the reaction outside the courthouse Friday afternoon as the verdict was announced.
I am just glad that justice is served.
Everyone we spoke to told us they had been following the case for some time and wanted to be out here for the last day of Daybell's trial.
I'm surprised that the defense didn't have more. They really didn't do anything to, no witnesses for them.
One of the surprising things people spoke about was the length of the trial, since it was about half as long as expected.
Can't imagine where the jury would have taken it the other way because of evidence was strong and solid. Defense side was not.
We also hear from those inside the courtroom describing Lori's reaction while the verdict was read.
She was super stoic the whole time. I mean, her expression never changed. During the verdict, she just stood there and took it.
Everyone we spoke to said they are now looking forward to Chad Daybell's trial, which is expected to be next year. Reporting at the Ada County Courthouse, Christina Bautista, Idaho News 6.
All right, a big day, and we are joined by Matt Johnson from Court TV, who's been watching this from the get-go. And thanks for joining us. Boy, guilty on all counts.
I think that was surprising for a lot of people, given the fact that the jury was out longer than we expected, 6-7 hours almost. And I think people were worried that they were going to get caught up on Tammy Daybell and some of the charges there, because that wasn't quite clear to a lot of people that I talked about in the evidence presented over the past 5 weeks.
I mean, it went faster than anyone expected, but I think there were some people who thought with all the evidence that was involved that this might go into next week.
Right, because, I mean, you think about the last big trial of this monumental size, which was Alec Murdaugh. Yeah. They were out about 3 hours, and they had the verdict. So I think that people are kind of used to a shorter verdict span, and I think that that's why they were kind of getting worried.
But let me ask you about that. I mean, what does that say about the prosecution's efforts here? I mean, it was a lot to go through, and they knocked it out of the park.
I think they knocked it out of the park, and I think they're going to do it again when they have to face up and tee up for Chad Daybell's trial. That's going to be in this same area, the same venue, change of venue next year. I really think that they had a lot of evidence to go through, a lot to talk about with this jury, and I think in closing arguments they really put it all together, and it was so impactful when they were talking about lie after lie after lie, Lori's lies.
Absolutely. Matt Johnson from Court TV, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Back to you.
And a reminder, this story's not over, not by a long shot. Lori's sentencing is expected to happen in about 3 months. She'll be transferred from Ada to Fremont County for those proceedings.
This is not the end of this. 90 days from today, we will probably meet in Fremont County. The sentence will be handed down. And I'm going to say right now what I'm going to say in 3 months. Why, Lori? Why, Lori? Why?
Power, sex, and greed.
Power, sex, and greed. For what? For what?
Idaho lawmakers recently reintroduced firing squads as a backup to lethal injection to ensure people sentenced to death serve that sentence. But the death penalty is off the table in this case. At the most, Lori could face life in prison. As we've mentioned, this is just the first of 2 trials in the children's death. Lori's husband, Chad Daybell, will be tried separately. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Whether Lori liked it or not, her defense unsuccessfully attempted to paint a picture of her husband as a manipulative man, a doomsday author who brought Lori under his influence. His defense will attempt to prove otherwise. Chad Daybell faces similar counts to Lori, with conspiracy and first-degree murder charges for the children's deaths, as well as an additional murder charge for the death of his ex-wife, Tammy. Chad's trial is not expected to start until next year. We've been building toward this verdict for years. From the very first alarm bells sounded by JJ's grandparents to the investigation, the wild reveals and startling accusations, the gut-wrenching search that revealed the children's bodies, and the weeks of trial to get to this place. Lori Vallow will face justice. Idaho News 6 has been there every step of the way with in-depth reporting from our anchors in the field and on the ground every day at the Ada County Courthouse. For all of our coverage, including additional web-only content, just scan the QR code on your screen. You can find us online, on mobile, and on the Idaho News 6 app, available in your favorite app store. Revisit any and all of our coverage and that of our partners at East Idaho News, Scripps News, and Court TV, and of course on IdahoNews6.com. And stick with us as we continue to bring you the very latest in these cases.